Richards reporting to you from Dobbs Studios. Our world is still shaking due to the devastation our country faced yesterday, May 13th, 1647. An 8.0 earthquake hit our nation's capital, Santiago. The earthquake was an XI on the Mercalli scale, leading to few structures remaining, bridges destroyed, broad fissures in the ground, underground pipelines completely out of service, and earth slumps into landslides. The effect of the earthquake have left many homeless, devastating us as a whole. Information from leading scientists tell that the depth of the earthquake, the population density of the area affected by the earthquake, the local geology of the area, type of building construction in the area, and the duration of the shaking is what affects the damage. All of this added up to this tragedy we have experienced, estimated to cost millions. 9,000 have been left homeless so far, and aid is needed in many areas of the city. Some questions may be made in the future as to the lavish lifestyles of our politicians, while the others in the country lay homeless in need of financial and medical aid. For more information on the science behind this event, we go to Dr. Aaliyah Field, the leading and honored seismologist.
Thank you, Sasha. There are 3 waves that come in an earthquake: P waves, S waves, and surface waves. P waves, also known as primary waves, shake the earth in the same direction as the wave, can travel through all states of matter, liquid, gas, and solid, and move in a push or pull motion. P waves include longitudinal waves. S waves, also known as secondary waves, shake the earth sideways to the wave direction. They can travel through solids only and move perpendicular to the wave. These waves are detected on seismographs all over the world. There are 2 types of surface waves: love waves and Rayleigh waves. The love waves travel forward, but the individual particles move back and forth horizontally, while Rayleigh waves move vertically. These are the most devastating because they actually move the sediment. In order to locate the epicenter of an earthquake, you have to use triangulation. This means that 3 seismic stations are used to determine the specific point where the earthquake originated. On each of the 3 seismographs from earthquakes, you first determine the distance of the station from the origin and then use a compass to draw a circle using the measurements taken. When you do this process with all 3 seismographs, the point on the circle where they all overlap is the epicenter. The magnitude of the earthquake is determined by the amplitude recorded on the seismograph. The Nazca and the South American plate are involved in the earthquake. These are convergent boundaries. When the plates are converging, the more dense plate gets subducted under the other one. In this case, the Nazca plate is the denser oceanic plate, while the South American plate is the less dense continental one. The edges of the 2 plates are not slippery, so they catch on each other as the Nazca plate subducts, and this causes the stick motion. As they stick, it builds up tension and finally slips past each other, causing the slip motion of an earthquake. The substrate that Santiago lies on is unknown to us at this time, but more information regarding this should be coming in a few days as my team of excavators explores the epicenter. And now back to Sasha in the studio.
Thank you, Dr. Field. And now to Daniel Dobbs, a leading seismic retrofitting architect, on how you can improve your house to be safer for earthquakes in the future.
Go.
Thanks, Sasha. As an architect, I know that bad construction is to blame for millions of deaths during earthquakes. There are ways to seismically retrofit your home so that you and your family can be better protected from future earthquakes. One way to seismically retrofit your house is by foundation bolting. Foundation bolting typically means that bolts are added to improve the connections between the wooden framing members of a building and its concrete foundation. Usually this means adding bolts through the piece of wood that lies flat on top of the foundation, referred to as the sill or the mud sill, into the concrete. There may be no existing bolts, or the existing bolts may either be weakened or far too apart to be strong enough for earthquake resistance. Another way to seismically retrofit your house is by expansion foundation bolts. Expansion type foundation bolts, also known as mechanical foundation anchor bolts, are the basic type of bolts used in earthquake retrofitting to anchor the mud sill to the foundation. They cost less to install, but require good strength concrete to work well. They are typically used in houses with newer foundations or when the concrete is in good repair.
This has been Sasha Greenschmitz, and from everyone here at Dobbs Studios, we wish all of Chile a wonderful day.